I had to try to go on mute. All right. Trying to charge this iPad, but I guess the more apps you have on your iPad, the longer it takes to charge. Gotta be. This one will take like over an hour. I got crazy apps on here. See, I'm gonna start deleting some of these apps. All right. Anyway, let's go speed this up. Kind of stuff.
I'm talking about what he did when he was with them in public, the way that he degraded them, the way that he routinely degrades women. Now, Tommy, I'm a New Yorker, so I watched this. I told Trump to his face that I disliked him.
Man, I'm gonna call Cap on that. Cap, he's Cap. I told him to his face. He's in New York. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know if Jabari's falling off, or if I don't know he was always like this. I was just a fan. He's a fan, and I just didn't even see all this. I'm not sure. You guys gotta tell me. But dang, he told him to his face.
And I want you to also recognize, he says that Barack Obama is a cocaine fiend. I don't know where you got that one from. He also said there were black leaders who also believed that the Central Park 5 needed the death penalty. Source. You better source up, brother. This is out of the TV studio. I was marching then.
All right, let's hear Tommy.
Yes. No, you have ice cream. No more.
Let me finish the sentence. I want you to corroborate that, because that's a Republican talking point that does not have a source. Fine.
Let's hear Tommy, because I want to bring another
at a TV studio. I was marching. Part 5 needed the death penalty. Source. You better source up, brother. This is out of the team. I don't know where you got that one from. And I want you to also recognize, he says that Barack Obama is a cocaine fiend. I don't know where you got that one from. He also said there were black leaders who also believed that the Central Park 5 needed the death penalty. Source. You better source up, brother. This is out of the TV studio. I was marching then.
All right, let's hear Tommy, because I want to bring another question to the
finish the sentence. I want you to corroborate that, because that's a Republican talking point.
And that's what I was saying about like a lot of woke black Republicans. I'm not sure about standard black Republicans, but definitely the woke ones. When I say woke, that's the Minister Jack. That's the Sotomayor. These are the woke, black Republicans who have some good angles on the conservative side. And they might have some angles of their own. It might be unique to the conservative, that party. So, but it seems like they all have to go into their handbook of the conservative talking points. And a lot of their talking points be pseudo as hell. Like this old Obama cocaine sniffer and this old, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Give me that. Give me that. Okay. Give it back. Give it back. Yeah, those are like stupid talking points. She was talking to Lamont Hill. Hey, come over here. Come right here. She was talking to Mark Lamont Hill. She was saying some stupid stuff. She couldn't source up. It's like, why? Because you are supporting the Republican Party, you gotta also go with the non-sourceable information
that does not have a source.
First off, those are Democratic talking points that don't have a source. Second off, I came in talking about Joe Biden and what he did in the 1994 crime bill. I came in talking about what he did when on the campaign.
Now, correction, the 94 crime bill was like an amendment from the Reagan administration. So they keep saying Biden and Obama and all Hillary. They didn't start it. They amended it.
Trail. And we ignored that. You didn't talk about what Donald Trump has done in the last 4 or 8 years. You're talking about this man's character with a woman. And let me tell you something. As a grown black man who we sit around and listen to rap all day, and most of us come from single parent households, how dare I sit up here and say this man married 3 women or said grab him by the pussy? We rap about grabbing him by the pussy all day. So when
and you hear justification. You hear justification. Like this guy, now this is what I'm talking about. They got to stoop themselves this low to justify Trump's behavior. Like, no. I wouldn't even justify. I say, don't do that. I wouldn't even justify. Like, I would say, hey, man, yeah, the guy is weird, but I'm not voting for him because he's weird. If I'm Tommy or a black Republican or a black voter for Trump, I would say, hey, man, I'm just thinking he's better of the candidates, something like that. But to justify his actions, that's a stupid position to take. We rap about that. So most black people listen to rap and agree with the lyrics. Like, come on, bro.
whenever a black man tries to talk about that, I feel like he's full of crap.
Okay, we're gonna change it up. Let me ask you, Tommy, what are your thoughts on Donald Trump's record dealing with the coronavirus? What are your thoughts on that? The crisis, the coronavirus.
Well, I'm still one of those people who say, is it real or not, or is it imagined? Because I found it funny that the Democrats decided that for some odd reason, when it was time to march for injustice and racism, all of a sudden the coronavirus didn't matter. All of a sudden they was telling people, go on out and march and be a part of these funerals. Do you understand that in February, there were several family members across the United States, family throughout the United States, who, because they were, well, it's out there killing people. They say it is, but I think it's something. I believe in government conspiracies. Sorry. And I believe in a lot of things that we see that are going on.
Why by default you must be conspiracy theorists when you go into the Black Republican group?
When they saw a video of another black man being snuffed out. There's something that you're going to have to do, Tommy. We're not on your channel. You're on Side of the TV Studios. Source up or shut up there, brother. I mean, you're making a lot of claims that have no sources whatsoever. I want you to show me how the Democrats told people to get in the streets. And I also want us to recognize something very interesting. Tommy is still questioning whether the coronavirus exists when there have been 135,000 Americans, mostly black and Latino, who have died. And that is reprehensible. Let's be clear that the first death didn't occur until late February, early March. We're not even talking about 6 months of deaths. By the time the election rolls around, we will likely have somewhere near 210,000 Americans dead, 3 million inflicted, including myself, with the coronavirus.
If that's what you like.
Woo, wow. Hey, yo, man, all I'm going to say, look at Jabari's face. Jabari. Yo, man, oh my God. All I'm going to tell y'all right now is that this up and coming debate, the rematch, because now we got new candidates. We got Kamala Harris and we got Donald Trump again. And I'm who Tommy going up against. Look at the track record. Look at the record, the people that Jabari have beaten. So I think Jabari knows how to hold his own. He knows how to hold his own. Check. So yeah, man. The link is in the chat in case anybody would like to come up. Let's hear.
Say this. I'm going to run a list of the things that you need to source. Here's number three. Here's number 3 that you need to source. George Soros is behind Black Lives Matter. Let's see.
So now, George Soros, he is, I ain't gonna say behind Black Lives Matter, but he, that's his thing. That's up his alley. So his name get thrown around. It's not like, that's not what he does. I'm not saying he did, but that's probably why his name got in there, because he's used to doing shit like that.
Or source, because that.
But you can't just say it you can't just say it's true because you say so.
That is a Republican. In fact, it's not even a regular Republican talking point. You are on the fever swamp's edge of the Republican Party, that George Soros is behind Black Lives Matter. So that's what you need to do. I want you did say that. I want you to demonstrate that, because you continue to say things that maybe you read on a Facebook post, but you have not done your analysis. And let's be very clear. I did not give a critique of tacit or untacit support of Black Lives Matter. I simply said that the marches in the streets have not been controlled.
All right. Neil Spite asked the question. I saw MCAR debate with Judah Nazareth. That debate is a $5 donation. That is coming up next Wednesday, the 4th of September. You want to be in the building for that? The 4th of September. I don't got the time up there. Wow. But it will be 8 o'clock. Okay. So I got to remind myself to put that time. 8 o'clock sharp, only on Sarnetta TV, House of Consciousness. Peace, my brother Neil Spite. What it is, man?
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I want to order that, but can I do it now? Remember how you showed me last?
Yeah, you can do it now if you want.
Telling them to go out in the streets. I'm not understanding that. That's all I said. At no point did I say the Democrats were behind COVID. So when someone sits and have a discussion, and they have a dishonest discussion, and they're supposed to just keep saying things, and when they kept saying, source up, well, the source is Black Lives Matter website, and I encourage every black person.
Nah, bro, that's not good enough. You got the website. Yeah. Tom is an idiot. You serious, dude? That's how you debate. Hey, find it on the website. You got to find it. I'm not gonna look for it, but you look for it.
To go and read the mission statement on Black Lives Matter website. That's all I ask you to do. I don't have to say anything sarcastic or smart. And the reason I'm emotional about this one, because when I see someone being misled, especially black folks being misled by people who are making money off of them while they die, who are encouraging them to do things that is hurting them as a culture. That's what the Democrats are doing. I will not stand by and watch black folks be down with the LGBT, down with the trans movement. These things take the focus off of what it is that we've been needing for years. And any black person or black man that's down with these gay movements, then you can go on a bit with it yourself. Because I think it's sad to hear a black man talk about it like it's something good.
I think that you possibly didn't listen.
Man, they still talking COVID-19. Oh, God. Okay, maybe it's over here.
Didn't know each other when they were there that long. Something doesn't feel right about that situation. Also, something that doesn't feel right is you got people from that situation to start saying that they want to defund the police. But we've seen how standing down what the police did in Baltimore, and we've seen how standing down has done all over the country, especially here in Atlanta. My problem with the George Floyd incident is it just doesn't feel right. Something about it doesn't feel right. Why would this man sit there like a photo op with his knee on him while he knows he's being recorded? Something doesn't feel right. So when you ask me what was my response to Donald Trump's response to it, I don't know. He did what a president would do, I would assume. I didn't know that there was anything else he's supposed to do. Yeah, Tony Temple in Texas died the exact same way. Cop had his knee on his back, and he called 911 because of what was going on. We saw that boy die, and no president called him. No president called his family. No marchers were put out there. Nothing happened. And it happened 2 years prior to what happened to George Floyd, almost 3. So if we're not going to talk about that, which the president actually did do something, then I don't understand. And for those who don't know, look up Tony Temper. There's a video of it and everything.
At that time, some white guy, I don't know, got murdered by a police officer, I'm guessing.
And it's insane that nothing happened during it. Go ahead, bro.
You still got 3 minutes. If
No,
ever, anything you want to talk about, you still got it. You can go in.
Okay. Well, I look at what happened between with Donald Trump and his response. I think we need to stop looking for the president to come out and say anything towards these things happening, because there are more white people who die at the hands of police every year than it is blacks. And I want y'all to look it up. It's Tony, Tonytimpa. Look him up. Also, here's another incident.
Yeah, but when white folks die, it's not as, I don't know, but Tommy got to prove that it's not. When white folks die, it's just as controversial. When they die from police officers, it's just as controversial as black people dying from police officers. Like, he got to show that. He just can't say white folks die too. I'm sure they do, because you see a lot of videos of white folks shooting out with the cops. Okay. Let me see. Who's talking here? Jabari.
Justice for George Floyd and others.
No.
His face, choking out the air of a black man, rather than
Dang, I ain't not watched much of this, but I can't find it.
Points. Not crispy, can't stand him, all this stuff, when you'd hope that, well, no matter what comes out, if it's right, it's right. If it's wrong, it's wrong.
Tommy's square, he's like an intellectual.
Brought up what Joe Biden, who's the candidate going up against Donald Trump, has done, has said, has signed into law. And if you can get past what he's done while he's been in office, in all the places he's been in office, if you can get past that and still vote for him, then be my guest.
All right, let's get some thumbs up on this video, y'all. Let's get some likes up on this video. You want to respond to that, Jabari, or do I move on?
Sure,
ahead,
no, I do.
Go ahead, brother.
I want to respond, and I'm going to just say that I'm going to source up here. I want you to be clear. Here goes U.S. News and World Report. I could show you a lot of different sites that show that deaths from police harm disproportionately affect people of color. And this is actually from FBI statistics. And you can see that 17% of the black people who died from police harm were unarmed, a larger share than any other racial group, and about 1.3 times more than the average of 13%. I just want you to understand that black folks actually, I don't have to tell you this. Anyone who lives in the hood knows that there's a disproportionate impact of police violence in our neighborhoods. I mean, that's just the reality. And I think, Tommy, that you should not then pivot.
I was listening real carefully. Jabari said crime.
Oh, man, brother. But when I went to Chicago, it wasn't really like that. I mean, there's crime in every hood. It's just, brought out like crazy. There's crime all over. Right. So I went there, it wasn't like that. But go ahead, brother.
And I tell you, murder, tell me right on. Crime, Jabari.
Actually do commit more crimes.
All right. I don't see where it's about the Central 5. It could be anywhere here. Yeah, Jabari was like victim shaming. I just hate when black folks do that. Like we're just so innocent, even in our murderous, violent rage. Like we're just so innocent. And like, that's the angle Jabari was coming from. It was really annoying. I'm trying to get to the Central Park 5. Man, they say that's the end. Okay, so here's
commit more crime, but poor people commit more crime, and that's the reality. And so if you control for poverty, you're going to see something very curious appear.
Brother Jabari, what do you think about Trump's?
Can I say something to? And I won't take the whole 3 minutes.
Go ahead, brother. Respond.
Keep on saying things and keep saying the same thing. Every time he's losing an argument, he makes the same thing. We need to source up, my brother. I don't know what you think. Source up. I let you say all that crap you said. Now let me say mine. I let him say all that.
So in other words, you can't source up, Tommy. You just talk.
Crap every time he's losing, he does the exact same thing. But I was right. There is no, when you say it's not a black thing, it's a it's an economic thing. Well, there are poor white people all over the United States.
Yeah, Jabari, stop with that. It's poverty, because I can show you these millennials or whatever they call now, Generation Z, X, whatever they are. They're not committing crimes, bro, because they're starving. Right? These guys are stealing cars, joyriding. I mean, I got so many videos to play. I call it 304 News. I got so many videos to play. Black folks is stealing or committing crimes, senseless crimes. Has nothing. They're not doing this for money. Okay, starving, got to pay rent. That's not. It's pure other reasons. Some people are just criminal minded, just having fun. Other folks are just wanting more. Just more. Materialistic stuff. That's all.
And you still don't hear about on July 4th, these white people shot each other. One of the poorest states in the union.
Bro, you got to stop that. We're talking about 300, shots or whatever. I don't know the number, but Chicago be having some crazy stuff going on. Come on, man. Philly, like the rapper, and like these guys are broad daylight, just SOS. Like white folks don't argue to be SOS as public and blatant as us. Like, come on, stop that, bro. Like we on some more where we glorify, like we call it crashing out. Like what's their phrase for like their senseless violence? Get down. The senseless violence. That's like trending. Or
Kansas, nothing but white people, and the violent places there are black. I don't understand why we would even argue this when, again, we know black people tell other black people they can't go to these places in the United States. There is not one.
I've shown that on my, like the hood vlogs where white folks go to different hoods in the country to show how savage and black people are. And so they go to like the gang areas, and they say exactly what Tommy just said. They be like, don't come around. We don't know you. Don't come around here. That's what they all say. I can pull up one right now. I could pull up a random hood vlog video, and you're gonna hear them at some point say, "Come around here," and they're gonna have guns, flashing as they say that. We don't know you. Like you don't hear white folks saying to other white folks, "Don't come around here. We don't know you." I mean, stop it.
Place in the United States that people feel like that where white people are. You cannot name this place. Name one place.
Hey, yo, yeah, everybody know Jabari, my man. But because you lose a topic don't mean you lose a debate. I think Tommy got him on this topic right here. I got to keep it a buck. I think Tommy got him on this.
That's why Jabari is not Mayweather, because he'll talk about things he's not like very studied on. Like, he'll just try to sound smart and freestyle.
This topic where we talking about the killing and the murder rate and all of this stuff. That's what I'm saying, man. I'm not going to be biased on that. I think Tommy got him on that inside out. I mean,
keep it. So most of the federal, we didn't know about the white collar crimes that they were committing. So we were just on another wave. That's all it is. That's all it is, bro.
All right.
All right, bro. Start with your white collar crime. We're talking about the crimes that get laws passed are violent crimes, not the white collar ones. 'Cause white collar ones don't affect society, directly. The violent ones do. Okay, nobody wants to be robbed, RAPED, mugged, killed. You dig? Nobody, because there's no coming back from that. And it's so traumatizing. You might live, but still don't come back from that. Like nobody wants to be physically harmed. The white collar crime does not guarantee somebody physically harmed. Okay, but violent crimes do. That's why you think of stop and frisk. That came about because violent crimes in New York. 94 crime bill, violence in California. Okay, and abroad. Because it's not the 94 crime bill is actually called the Something Violent Act. It was to address violence in the United States. Okay, in certain pockets heavier than others, but it's called the Violent Crime Act. Mostly all these bills that get passed is based on violence. Violence gets bills passed, not theft and stuff like that, or vandalism.
No.
I think you're breaking up. Hear what I'm saying?
No,
That's a fact.
Just let him go. Go ahead, Tom.
I just don't understand why black people would sit and want to argue about something that we know is a fact. So if we're just going to argue something to be arguing it while people die, while people are broke, while families are being destroyed, while we just had a whole bunch of young black children being shot over a course of 2 weekends, this is childish.
Yeah,
so if you want to
goofy.
keep arguing it, sir, you keep right on ahead, which is the reason why black children keep dying, and we'll just wait around for another.
You froze again. Can you hear us? He froze. He froze.
If anybody know anything about the pill epidemic, right? The opioid crisis, right? That actually started in Florida. They started issuing out harsh crimes because they found out that it was the white people that were getting addicted to the opioids, right? And when black people started getting into selling the opioids to the white people, they enhanced the charges, right? They was giving people minimum mandatory sentences, and they called it a pandemic. This is recent news. This ain't nothing old, right? The opioid crisis, that's all about white people. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was saying it's a whole wave of crime and you know what I mean? It's like a genre. It's just they're into other stuff, and we don't look into it. But if you just look at the numbers on
This is a blackout.
crime across the board, they might be leading. Again, I tell you, murder, coming right on. Crime, Jabari took it. So I think
bro. See, that's what I'm trying to say. Like guys like him, I can tell is not well studied. Like, dude, the crimes that get the country attention are violent crimes. Okay, I'm in my best sleep. I don't care about a white collar crime. Right, and even like the scammers, like, oh yeah, ooh, it's so spooky. Like, nobody wants to be scammed. I got scammed twice. Got my bank account empty twice. Two different Wells Fargo and TD Bank from scammers. Of course, nobody wants their money taken, but it's insured FIDIC, and I got it back twice. But let somebody, that's different than me coming home and getting robbed or going to a club, and that's totally different. Like I would prefer all day long a scammer, those things over a drug dealer, because drug dealers, if they're around, usually violence follows them. They end up fighting over turf or fighting with somebody robbed them or didn't pay, that type of stuff. So violence usually follows drug dealers. Yeah.
I just think we got to look at them two words. But like I said, in South Florida, man, the opioid crisis is crazy. Only because white people are the ones that.
Bro, the opioid crisis is crazy. I mean, what are you talking about? Now he said this like 30 years ago. He'd be right, because there used to be white drugs and there was black drugs. Black drugs like crack, stuff like that. White drugs, they had their little pills and stuff that we didn't necessarily do. But today, black folks do every drug white folks do. So, if it's an opioid crisis in white communities, it's in ours. We're doing all of their drugs, all their party drugs, all their recreational drugs, all their horrible, terrible drugs. Like, we even got black folks doing crystal meth now. Okay, so dude, stop it, man. The opioid crisis affects everybody. And we see how the crack cocaine, epidemic played out. So Cam, another one. And crack is easier to shun. Like they have a bad name, crack. Like, Judge Mathis, again, like we like it's embarrassing for it to be known you smoke crack. But these party drugs that people taking now, the fentanyl, the fentanyl, Fetty Wap, all these things, these are not demonized. The big pink cocaine, all these these are not demonized. Perks, Xanny, sticks, like these are like they're rap songs as like a good thing. Like when did like black folks when they rap about crack, they rap about selling it, and the user was always like the bad guy, like who uses crack? I'm a customer, homie. No. Did he say I'm a hustler, homie? You a customer? See, the customer is always looked at, always demonized, and like rap up until this new generation. Now, or the Wayne generation, now the user is just as cool as the dealer, if not cooler. So that's why it got, a lot of heads turning that way because it's pitch fast cool. They had commercials about scrambling eggs, about crack. Y'all seen that. So crack was seen as dumb, like a dumb. Who would do that? Damn, he's on crack. You stupid. But these new drugs, just as bad as crack, it's not seen as, it's not being demonized publicly. People are rapping about it like this is the thing to do.
And addicted to it. If it was us, they wouldn't even be worried about it.
And go Google ISO. Google the drug ISO. That's like the worst of all of them. That's merging to this country.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, good point. I want everybody to know that this debate is going down. It's great instead of waiting to the last minute, because the last minute to get the phone and that Deacon Hakkad will be in BK member. I mean, not ICBK. My bad. Sorry, a top member of the Israelite community. Is the God of the Bible really a racist?
Reginald, he might do it better than I thought. I thought Deacon was gonna wipe him, but because I was based off Reginald and Captain debate. Reginald was kind of clueless to Captain points and arguments. But I think he got a team around him now. And Stacey, I think I could be Captain, but it looks like Stacey's working with him, but maybe not. But if nobody's helping Reginald, if you don't have a team, then I got Deacon. If he has a team, then I got Reginald.
So that's what he's going to be going into Tazaryach in the kingdom of God. And so the pastor said, no, none of that is going on. No to both questions. That's what the pastor is saying. So that right there is going to be fire. All right, be on the lookout for that. EOT.
These deacons, these guys, they're the big Reginald. You dig? But these guys, they duck come by his fork. And they talk to me way more than they talk to these guys. And yeah, they want no smoke over here. They're smart. And you see, I had to call them out. I really just left them alone. Only because they pretty much gave up. So I'm not a bully, but I'm really interested in really Hebrew stuff. That's probably what all my eggs. All right,
that's a question for both of y'all.
Somebody said, "I've never seen Jabari lose the way he did with Tommy. This should be a good debate." Yeah, like he argued the murders. Like that's just a stupid. I mean, that's just horrible from the take that approach. All right, so this was over. Later on, about to head home. So I am going to probably play clips of. I got clips of Tazaryach and Tommy. I won't play like I did this right here. I got clips, and I got clips of Trey Sheed. And here's the debate about Central Park 5. Yeah, so this clip. So it'll just be clips. I'll play a couple clips of that, and then I'm gonna get right to my Hebrew Israelite One West. Yeah, so I'll do that before. So it'll be the same video. So when I go live again, about an hour. So I'm gonna have the clips of Tommy, Captain Tazaryach, Tariq Nasheed, and the guy he debated on like similar, same topic basically. And Central Park Five and Hillary and not Hillary, but Kamala and Trump. As I said earlier, like there's no way to defend Donald Trump. Like the dude is a racist. He definitely gets black people. Yeah, the money he put out for that ad against the Central Park Five, they said today's money time is 200 grand. Like this dude is not tied to the case at all. He's not in the politics. Well, he's not a politician. He's not in law enforcement at all. He's not an attorney, so a prosecutor. So for him, DA, nothing. So for him to just put out an ad, and he put, like I said, 200 grand today. Like nobody rich doing it. Nobody rich throwing out 200 grand like it's pennies. For him to do that, to demonize or to make like the Central Park Five, not demonized because they are not saints. They are not heroes. So I agree with Mr. Japp with that. Like they're not heroes. I agree with Tommy with that. These guys are criminals. They are super predators, but they are not. They are what they are not is RAPIST. They're not that. But they're hoodlums to every other degree. Okay, they're super predators on every level, but they're not really RAPISTS. So that's why they were exonerated and redeemed, and that's unfair because now we don't even know about or care to remember how criminal and violent they were. Okay, they just got lucky, really. They were lucky that the serial killer, unbeknownst to them, was waiting for an opportunity like that. Like they were really just lucky. So Mr. Jack brought that out. He's a Republican. He sides with conservatives. So, but he brought that out. He brought out, yeah, they might not have RAPED her, but these are violent hoodlums. And when you look into it, it's facts. There's a whole bunch of them. So they're not heroes at all. And like we gotta stop doing it. Like they're making a mockery of it. The George Floyd, the crackhead. George Floyd, the crackhead. Straight crackhead. They were smoking crack when they got him out the car. They caught him in the act of smoking crack. So there's no denying he's a crackhead. But somehow like his face is like he got memorials all the time. That's embarrassing. Oh God. Like I'd rather just see like instead of his face, I'd rather just see like the I don't know, the liberty thing and say justice, served or whatever, some justice praise or quote. But we gotta stop. We gotta stop making these guys martyrs and heroes, people who are the worst of society, the worst of our society. Like before they were, rounded up, jailed, in prison wrongly, convicted wrongly, or might have even killed. What were they doing in life before then? And you'll see they all have something in common. They all were criminals up to no good. How Tupac say they all were kicking up dust up to no good. So we gotta stop making these guys heroes, man. They're not heroes. So the fight wasn't against, or the talking point should have been, I don't know. It should have been more about justice rather than about Floyd and about Central Park 5. More about just justice. So some facts about that case. It was rumored that some parents were not in the room of the guys being interrogated. It was 6 guys altogether that they ended up charging. It was, I think, 21 that they were trying to lock up. So all together, it's about 30 of them. But all of them weren't in on the act. Some just was rolling with the mob, and they were just witnessing the crimes being committed. You know how we do. We think it's fun. In today's time, you just follow with cameras. But out of that 30-something people, let's see, like 37 out of 37, it felt like 21 of them were like actively involved. But they said out of that 21, 6, Yeah, they said 6 of the 21 was involved with the beating of a girl. And at the time, they believed not just the beating, but the RAPE. So it was rumored that they were being interrogated, questioned without the presence of their mom. That's true and false. Okay, it's true, but it doesn't mean it's wrong. Okay, so apparently, however, the law in New York is at 16 years of age, you are not obligated to have your mom there. So 2 guys were the main snitch who gave up the most. He was 16. Corey Wise. He was 16. Okay, he spoke without counsel. He spoke without a mom, and he had every right to because he was 16. And there was another 16-year-old who spoke freely, but the 15-year-olds, all of the kids, the last other 4 who were 15 and 14, they all had their parents there. Okay, so now Minister Jack said that Central Park 5 was found with a knife, a kitchen knife. That's a complete bold-faced lie. Dude is a nut. Dude should never be taken serious. It was found with a knife. Now, they say that the boys were coerced. Some of that might be true, but when you watch, I haven't watched their interrogations at all, but when Minister Jack played one of the boys on Sunday TV, this dude, the interrogation that he was given, during the testimony he was given, no way it was scripted. Like that dude was flowing. There's no way, that was not scripted. Like he was recalling events that happened, which was an assault, a beating on a woman, but they did not RAPE her. It was a serial rapist. So like I said, it just got bad luck. They beat up the wrong person at the wrong time, in the wrong location. It was a serial rapist who finished her off. So obviously, most rapes are pain. Most RAPEs, I'm sure there's a beating prior. Okay, sometimes not. Sometimes they just don't say nothing. But I would say half the cases, or most cases, or a lot, or enough, there's usually some roughing up. Especially if you're in the home, maybe not. But when you do it out and about, yeah, it's gonna be a beating. So detectives, the reason why detectives were hell bent on the 6 because they're like, yo, who beats and don't RAPE? Because she was RAPE. So who beat like the detective? Like, there's no way they beat her and they were not the person. Like, who does that? Like, who beats? Like, that's just weird luck. We beat her up and Smiles finished her. Like, normally the guy who beats is the one who did it. That's why the detective was like, nah, they're using their experience. Like, nah, RAPISTS, they usually are the ones who commit both acts, the beating and the RAPE. So this is why they probably coerced the boy to a degree. Maybe broke some laws. I don't know. But that's why, because they was like, there's no way that they beat her and didn't RAP her. No way. He said, so we got our guys, they just not confessing, and let's do what we gotta do to get a confession. But that's the major details about that case. I didn't get a chance to read from the website like I plan to, maybe next time. But those are the fine points of that case. So no, they're not angels. Okay, these are criminal boys who was out 10:15 p.m. at the park, up to kicking up dust, up to no good. They did TV shows, 10 o'clock. You know, your kids are. Well, that mom was like, no, I don't care. And this is what happens. Like, don't put yourself in those positions to get railroaded, because had they been home, or had it been 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, the mom or somebody can account for their whereabouts. But at 10 p.m., like you're anywhere and everywhere, and you're gonna have an alibi. You're like, come on, that's the way it is. Janet Jackson. That's the way love goes. So with all that being said, hey, peace, salvation for all. Yeah, so I hope that edifies some of you guys. So Captain, I'm gonna play some of Captain talking points on Stop and Frisk. Captain does not know about Stop and Frisk at all, and I'm telling you guys, stop. Okay, if you want to speak on something and you're not always sure, do what most people do, like myself. Say, hey man, what I can recall, but don't speak like you're you're an authority of what you're talking about, because Captain knows nothing about or very little things. I was figure out. He knows very little about stop and frisk. And Jabari asked, I was trying to find what Jabari asked Tommy Sotomayor about 94 crime bill, and he asked Tommy Sotomayor, appeal to authority. He asked him, Tommy Sotomayor, did you read Michelle Alexander's book, The New Jim Crow? And based upon Brother Jabari's responses to Tommy when he brought the 94 crime bill, I don't believe Jabari read the book either. There's no way. Like, isn't he smart? Isn't he smart? Wouldn't he recall major points in that book? There's no way he would have sided with 94 crime bill. The Republican talking point, Republicans or people who side with the Republican Party, they bring that to Democrats, and most Democrats running coward because they don't know how to address it. But Michelle Alexander's book, she pretty much addressed that, and she pointed the finger at Republicans, not Democrats. So that's why I don't believe Jabari read it. I think he's in my opinion, he's a major punk fake. Okay, he punk faked the hell out of Tommy Sotomayor to make him believe that he actually read that book, and that the book was agreeing with him somehow, and it wasn't. All right, so all right, man, let me get up out of here. I appreciate y'all tone through something on a cash app. Thank you very much. I was able to. Oh yeah. So what I did was I got 5 iPads for I teach. So I teach that. So I used that because I broke a charger. You know how it is with any electronic device, especially like a phone or computer or iPad. Like you need that charger thing. So I broke one. I had one charger for 5 devices. I can never get them charged. It just takes forever to get them charged. So when Tone sent that cash app, I used $16 of it to get a cord. It's decent. And the two more dollars I had bought my son he kept begging, so I bought him ice cream cone. Yeah, so let me do this before I head out. So like I said, man, anybody, I'm tired of saying, I barely. Yeah, listen, man. Y'all see me. I be live, right? Now, sometimes I'm late, like 1 o'clock. Every morning I wake up probably no later than 6. So no matter what time I get off the live, I'm waking up around 6:30. Okay. So with that being said, if you guys want to send your boy some coffee money, but yeah, I drank 1 cup today. I drank 2 yesterday. And I believe I can catch up on sleep. No, I can't really. Because I've been very active. Got a lot of stuff to do, man. All right, so that's the cash shot. Look the boy up. I'm out of here, man. Shalom. Peace. What's up? Well, I'm going back live later with Meats if he's available, and we'll discuss some of the One West doctrine. You know, can the Gentiles, can the natural Gentiles have salvation?